Hey guys, it's Desiree. When you think of Latin cuisine, what's the one ingredient that is common in a lot of dishes? It's rice. Rice is a staple and cooked in different ways. Traditional Puerto Rican rice dishes are usually cooked on the stove in a caldero, but when I just want to quickly make some rice or quinoa that I'm just going to eat on the side, then I opt to cook it in a rice cooker. I like how a rice cooker automatically knows how long to cook the rice for based on the amount of liquid and rice you use and switches itself to the warm setting when the rice is cooked. It doesn't allow you to burn the rice, unlike the caldero, which will burn the rice if you are not careful. You may have seen in some of my previous videos where I've cooked rice or quinoa in a rice cooker. The rice cooker I use in those videos works great, but it's small and only makes enough rice to feed 2 people, so I can't use it to feed a lot of people. Hamilton Beach sent me their rice and hot cereal cooker, which can make up to 20 cups of rice to review. I could definitely feed rice to a lot more people with this rice cooker. Rice is not the only thing you can make in this cooker. You could cook grains like barley, farro, quinoa, and buckwheat, and cereals like oatmeal, farina, and grits. It comes with a steam basket that lets you steam vegetables on its own or while you're simultaneously cooking the rice or grains. You can also cook your dried beans and soups in it as well. I'm gonna cook some quinoa in the rice cooker while steaming a mix of vegetables while the quinoa cooks. The rice cooker comes with this measuring cup, which is important to use when cooking grains in a rice cooker. You have to measure the grains and liquids using this cup. If you don't, then the measurements will be off and your rice will not come out right and it will take forever to cook. I rinsed the quinoa in the steam basket since it has the small holes on the bottom, which is great for straining out the water. I seasoned the quinoa with a little bit of salt, garlic powder, and all-purpose seasoning. I'm placing the steam basket on top of the basin of the cooker and adding my vegetables in it. Since I'm cooking quinoa, I will be using the whole grain setting. The cooker adjusts the cooking time throughout the cooking cycle based on the amount of grain and liquid inside. It will either place a hold on the time or decrease the cooking time as the moisture content changes. At the end of the cooking cycle, the vegetables were steamed and the quinoa was soft and cooked. Since the vegetables were soft, when I seasoned them, they did fall apart a little. The time the cooker set might have been a little long for the vegetables, and also I used a mix of vegetables as opposed to just sticking with one type of vegetable. Each vegetable has a different steam time, so when you mix it together, it can be difficult to know how long to cook them for. It just takes some time to get used to and play around with. Also, when it comes to the steam basket, you have to be careful when removing it from the cooker because it gets hot and you can burn yourself if you don't use oven mitts to remove it. When I used the oven mitts to remove the basket, it was a little troublesome trying to grab it. Maybe if it had a handle attached that goes flat when it sits in the rice cooker, it would be easier to take the basket out. Here's what I like about the Hamilton Beach rice and hot cereal cooker. First, it has pre-programmed settings for white rice, whole grains, hot cereals, steaming, heating, and simmering. Just press the button for the type of food you are cooking in it, select the amount of time, and that's it. The cooker takes over after that. Another feature I like is that it has a delayed start time. So let's say you don't have time to make rice for dinner or even oatmeal for breakfast. You can add the ingredients for whatever you're going to make in the rice cooker, set the number of hours and minutes you want the rice cooker to wait before cooking. This will save you time and you can still have a home-cooked meal at any time of the day. I also like that it's multifunctional. It allows you to cook and steam in one appliance. I always prefer multi-use appliances over one-use appliances. The more I can do with one appliance, the more I'm motivated to use it regularly, and it's also easier to clean one appliance as opposed to cleaning 2 and 3 appliances that you use to make one meal. I like that it has this condensation collector that collected all of the water from the steam. The water dripped from the lid of the rice cooker right into the condensation collector. My previous rice cooker didn't have one of these, so I had to be careful not to spill any of the water that accumulated on the lid. Lastly, I like the size of the appliance. When I heard that it can make up to 20 cups of rice, I imagined this huge rice cooker that was going to take up a lot of space. But actually, it wasn't much bigger than a smaller rice cooker that makes about 8 to 10 cups of rice. I want to thank Hamilton Beach for sending me their rice and hot cereal cooker to review, and I've included a link below where you can get your own rice cooker. I want to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please click on that like button, hit the subscribe button, and click on the bell so you can get notified when new videos are posted. I'll see you later.